Hello, everyone. Today is December 7th, 2025. It is a beautiful Sunday night. I had an amazing day today. I went to San Francisco with my friend Ryan, and it was just awesome. Great food, great coffee, which I love, and just a good time walking around making memories with a friend. So, had a great day. And we have Genesis chapter 20. Now I'm gonna try and implement some basic video editing in today's, episode of the Bible. So I will be separating reading and analysis. So let's first get on with the reading of Genesis chapter, not 20, 21, the birth of Isaac. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him, as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." And she added, "Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse a child? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age." Hagar and Ishmael sent away. The child grew and was weaned. And on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah saw that the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking. And she said to Abraham, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac." The matter distressed Abraham greatly, because it concerned his son. But God said to him, "Do not be so distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of the slave into a nation also, because he is your offspring." Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He set them on her shoulders and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered into the desert of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down about a bow shot away, for she thought, "I cannot watch the boy die." And as she sat there, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying. And the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard that the boy is crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer. While he was living in the desert of Paran, his mother got a wife for him from Egypt. The Treaty of Beersheba. At the time, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, said to Abraham, "God is with you in everything you do. Now swear to me here before God that you will not deal falsely with me, or my children, or my descendants. Show to me and the country where you now reside as a foreigner the same kindness I have shown to you." Abraham said, "I swear it." Then Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized. But Abimelech said, "I don't know who has done this. You did not tell me, and I heard about it only today." So Abraham brought sheep and cattle, and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a treaty. Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from the flock, and Abimelech asked Abraham, "What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart by themselves?" He replied, "Accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well." So that place was called Beersheba, because the 2 men swore an oath there. After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God. And Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. Okay, so that is it for the reading. Hopefully you should see a cut to an analysis portion. Thank you. Okay, so I'm back here with the analysis portion of for Genesis chapter 21, and let's begin. So, first of all, I think there are 3 major things that happen in this chapter. The first one is obviously the birth of Isaac. The next one is when Hagar and Ishmael are cast down from Abraham's house. And the third one is the peace treaty between King Abimelech and Abraham. So starting off with the birth of Isaac, I think that's just a testament to the glory of God, because his birth is an absolute miracle. Sarah is well past childbearing age, and it shows that God's incredible prophecies hold true for Abraham in his life. It's just another testament to how Abraham was chosen amongst men and was favored, because God said he would make a nation of Abraham's descendants, and Isaac is such a critical part. You have to have a son for that to happen. So that shows God's glory. Next, I think that when Hagar and Ishmael are sent away, you feel that Sarah is being a bit cruel at first as the reader. That's at least what I thought, because she's sending a mother and child into the wilderness, and it's very likely that they'll die. In fact, they are on the verge of death, and Hagar and her son Ishmael are crying in the desert. Maybe I misspoke and said Hagar and Isaac are cast out. It's Hagar and Ishmael. Isaac is the offspring of Abraham and Sarah. I understand that. So Hagar is literally crying out and saying, she's just not crying out, but she's crying away from her child because she doesn't want to see Ishmael die and starve in the desert. And God's mercy is shown because an angel comes down and says, I will not forsake you. I'm not going to have you punished just because you were in a bad situation, essentially. And he says, I will make a nation of your son as well. Fear not. So I think that's great, and it just shows that God is merciful and just once again. It's a testament to that. Now for the third thing, this is probably the least interesting to me. It's the treaty at Beersheba between King Abimelech and Abraham. But regardless, I think it's important because Abraham can continue to do God's work and be the cornerstone for the people of God, and he will hopefully not face any interruption from surrounding peoples who were primarily the Philistines. I guess anyone living in the land of the Philistines, which is King Abimelech, because they come to a peace treaty where Abraham gives him 7 lambs and says, accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well. And I think when he says dug this well, that means that he's staking a claim in the land as a peacemaker and a provider, because he's providing water, something essential for people to live. I think that's what he means by that. So that's my analysis of the chapter, and I hope that I'm literally going to put 2 clips together in the editor, so it should not be that hard. And wow, as soon as the video is about to end, my camera adjusts and I look normal again. I don't look like I'm an angel shining in the light. But so hopefully you see a video with 2 parts today, and hope everyone is staying blessed, and doing amazing. Thank you very much. Bye.